Welcome back, everybody. My name is Emil Mattia, and I am very excited to be sharing a very personal story with you guys today. I've never done anything to the likes of this ever before, so I'm very excited. It's taking me out of my comfort zone, but I truly feel I need to share the story with everybody out there because someone out there in the world needs to hear what I have to say. So, the story that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, this is how I discovered myself through Jesus Christ. Now, I was raised to be a Christian, but not only that, my parents also raised me to make my own decisions and follow my own path into where I needed to be. They always told us that we can help you through life, but we can never make the decisions for you. You need to make your own decisions and you need to want things for your life to be in your life. Now, I always knew there was a God out there. I always believed there was a God out there, but I never had that true personal relationship with God, that true close relationship with God. And when I was about 18 years of age, I really hit rock bottom in my life emotionally. I went through an extremely dark time, a very, very challenging time in my life that truly tested me and to see if I was made for the person that I am today. But that's a story for another day. But as I went through the darkness, which robbed me about of 3 years of my life, a solid depression and solid state of just being surrounded through darkness and not have any joy in my life, I started slowly finding joy and slowly seeing that I don't actually need anybody to be happy. I just honestly need myself, and that will, at the end of the day, carry me through to where I needed to go in my life. Even though you'll always have people in your life that will help you through different situations in your life, and that is there and put on your path to take you to the next level. Now, after that 3 years, let's go about a year and a half back when I truly went into deep into personal development. And when I discovered personal development on a very deep level and started truly understanding what personal development was all about, into moving yourself closer to the true you and putting yourself into your calling for your life, where you need to operate in, where your gifts and talent will truly be revealed. Now, when I took in that time what I knew about God and what I knew about the Bible and my understanding of personal development, and I actually put the two together, I actually got the scare of my life to see how similar the two really are. Now, the more I started developing myself, the more I started finding out who I truly was, sifting through of all of the things that school and life has taught me, and actually just finding out who I was truly meant to be. I started feeling more and more lost and confused, and I started feeling that the path that I was on is not the path that I was meant to be on. So, after a few months down the line, I decided this can't go on any longer. I need to take a break. I need to go and discover myself and find out where I truly fit into this world. So, I decided to take a gap year. I applied for a position on a tropical island. I got the job. And within 2 weeks, I actually flew out of South Africa all the way across the world to Cambodia to go live on a tropical island which is called Karang Salom. Now, I'm a person that truly loves nature and I love the ocean above everything, okay? So everything about the ocean I love. I'm a scuba diver. I'm a massive fan of the ocean. So when I got onto the tropical island, which was a massive dream come true for me, I instantly felt like this is the place where I belong and this is where I need to make a living for myself. Now, 2 months down the line, the problems that I was actually running away subconsciously founded me again. Now, I've noticed most of the times when you try to avoid your problems or you run away from your problems, it's not tied to a location, it is not tied to a country, it is not tied to a person, but it's actually something that's inside of you that you are struggling with, that you need to overcome and face. By that time, I didn't know it. Personal development did teach me this, but I wasn't fully into it, so I didn't really believe at that stage that those things that they say actually really is true and that it can actually change your life. Now, a few months down the line, after all my problems came back and I started feeling lost and frustrated again, I had to sit and really started asking myself the very difficult questions in life. Where do I belong? What do I need to do? What is my calling? And where am I meant to live? Where do I fit into this massive world? And I think a lot of us ask that questions to ourselves every single day, and it's sometimes an extremely frustrating question to ask, because the more you ask it, the more lost you feel. So a few months down the line, I made the decision to come back to South Africa and try to go to another country in order to do something else, to find out where I belonged. Now, when I came back to South Africa, a very good friend of mine at the time came to me and she told me, listen, she discovered this church in our community that she started going to, and this church has truly changed her life, and she wanted me to go with her to this church. Now, what actually honestly puzzled me at the time was that this person never went to church. When I went overseas, she didn't believe in God. Neither was she very close with God. And now she's telling me all about church and how that changed her life, and how she started letting God into her life, and everything in her life started changing. And because I really trusted this person and I really saw what she was telling me she truly believed in, I finally told her, okay, I will give it a shot. Let's go to this church. I will see what it's all about. But if it's not for me, I'm not going to go again, and please never ask me again to go. So she agreed to the terms. The following Sunday, we went to the church, and it wasn't like anything I've ever done before. You see, when I was younger, we always did go to church, but church in those times were you needed to be a certain person, you needed to have a certain personality, dress a certain way in order to be accepted by the community. And in my eyes, that's totally not what Christianity was all about. God doesn't judge people based on what their clothing is, their skin color, or what type of person they are. God works with any type of person on this planet, whether they believe in Him or not. Now, when I went to church, and I actually saw this church to personal development, and they took Christianity and they actually blended it to teach you in church how you can actually take all of the lessons that they're teaching you, and you can actually practically implement it into your everyday life. That will actually take you closer to where you need to be in your life. So I really find that interesting, and I really got a connection with the people there. So I decided, all right, well, this is something for me. I can definitely grow a little bit closer to God, and I sort of started feeling that I belonged. But as anything new, we run away from new experiences or things that we are uncertain about, because we do not know where it's going to end up, if it's going to end up in failure, if we're going to get hurt, or if our whole life is just going to come crashing down. It's just human nature to think that way. So a month after I went to church with her, my dad actually came up to me and said, listen son, there's an event at this church, and it's a famous South African comedian that's going to do a little bit of a show. But not only that, he's also going to be sharing his life story on how he met himself in Jesus Christ. So I told my dad, all right, let's go check it out. I'm very interested to see if I can learn from this person. I'm a person that loves learning and loves growing myself. And by that time, I was quite heavily into personal development. So I knew in order to move forward in life, you need to learn out of other people's lessons. So I agreed to go with him. Little did I know, at the end of that night, my life will never ever be the same again. So as we went in, we did the praise and worship. The guy came on stage, he did a few jokes. It was truly an amazing show. And then he started sharing his story of how he met himself in Jesus Christ. And the more he started speaking, the more he started telling us about his story, the more I felt this guy is only speaking to me. I'm the only person in that room, and he literally prepared the speech only for me. The best words that I can put it in context in it was a magical experience. So, as his speech went on, things inside me started changing, difficult questions started arising, and all those questions of where do I belong, what do I need to be, started going silent. And at the end of the night, he stopped, he looked around, and he just said these few words. He just asked into the crowd, who of you, everybody here, wants to give their life to Jesus Christ? Please come forward to the stage. A few people got up. I wanted to stand up so badly, but fear just overwhelmed me and I couldn't move out of my seat. I was sitting there stiff like a little gingerbread man. I actually don't know what to compare it to at the moment, but I couldn't move. Fear literally gripped me at that stage and I couldn't move even though I wanted to. Now this is where the true magical moment came in. Until today, I cannot truly explain it, and it's just like I say, it's a magical experiences. I'm actually getting goosebumps just thinking about this. A calmness just came over me. All of the noise died down and I just heard this loud noise in the inside of me erupting and say, it's your time, son. It's your time to come back to me. Go forward. And just like that, I stood up and I went forward. Now, after everybody came forward that wanted to give their life to Jesus Christ, he told all the other believers in the room, can everybody please stand out, stretch their hands in front, and let's just bless these people in front and let God start working in their lives. After the prayer and I opened my eyes, it was like, the best way to say it, that emptiness inside, that lost feeling that I had inside was just gone. It was a truly transformational moment that very second in my life, because for the first time ever I truly felt like I belonged. For the first time in a very, very long time on the correct path. I've discovered happiness that I thought I lost forever. And since that day, my life just turned around. I mean, my business started growing, my personal life started growing, the people that I needed to have in my life started coming into my life, and everything about life just started becoming more positive, and I started seeing more and more opportunities arising each and every day. Just by making that one decision to give my life to Jesus Christ and telling Him that I'm tired of fighting the life's battle by myself. I need you in my life, and with you in my life, I can do anything. And I 100% believe that with God in your life, nothing is impossible. There's absolutely no limit in life except the limits that we decide to put in our lives. Now, why I wanted to share this story with you is that to get to show you that doesn't matter where you are in life, doesn't matter how lost you feel, there's always a way to come back to the path. And for me, the way is through Jesus Christ. And I'm very privileged to had shared the story with you. I really hope that you truly found value in the story. And I just want to let you know, whenever fear comes over your life and you feel frozen, you feel that you can't do anything, just tune out the noise, focus inside, and follow that little voice inside of you that tells you, you can do this. You have to go do this in order to go to the place you need it to be. I very truly believe that that soft little voice inside of you is the Holy Spirit guiding you to go to the path, to go towards your calling that only you can live out. No one can live out your calling except you. We each have unique and special gifts inside of us that only we can bring into the world. And that is my mission at the end of the day, is to get people to believe in themselves, and not just only to believe in themselves, but to start believing in a power that's much more powerful than them. To see that all of that is already inside of them, and they can truly do anything if they just put their mind on it. And through God, nothing can stand in your way. Thank you for sharing this. If this is something that you truly like, please click the like button below. Also, please drop me a comment if there's an area or dark place that you're busy going through in your life. You never know. If you drop a comment below, I know it's very difficult to open yourself up to the world. I had to just do it right now, and it's not that bad. Why I want you to drop those type of comments is you never know if maybe I have the answer that you are seeking, maybe someone else has the answer that you are seeking, and they just might comment or be on this channel as well. So if this is the type of content that you like, please hit the subscribe button. And we're also going to be talking a lot more about how to grow in the entrepreneurial world, how to bring God into your business, and how to take God and not block him out of any area of your life. Because you see, if you block God out in one area of your life, slowly but surely you're going to start blocking him out in every other area as well. Follow your voice, guys, and please stay blessed. Check you on the next video.